Welcome to Go South Outdoors. I'm Frank Willem. We're blessed with an abundance of rivers that offer a wide range of recreational opportunities, such as fishing and boating. But on today's exciting program, we're going on an alligator hunt. Clearly, our continued ability to enjoy such outdoor activities requires that the environment for such wildlife be preserved, and that we practice conservation to ensure wildlife future. It's also important that we maintain the quality of our waterways to keep them free of the unsightly presence of trash and garbage. Later, we'll be sharing with you a little about the Renew Our Rivers program that's focused on ensuring a healthy and scenic environment for us as well as the wildlife. But first, we have Amanda Hudson, who's out on the river in pursuit of some pretty fearsome looking reptiles. Amanda?
Hi, I'm Amanda. Thank you for joining us for our final episode of our alligator season special. On this episode, we're going to talk a little bit about the history of alligator hunting, and we're going to talk about what goes into filming a hunt like this. We're also going to talk about the tools and techniques used to catch an alligator on a hunt. With the proper tags and permits, alligators can be hunted legally during this short span of time in these 7 states: Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Georgia, Florida, Texas, and South Carolina. People have been hunting alligators since the 1800s, and primarily doing so without having to adhere to any regulations. But the lack of regulations resulted in over-harvesting and a population decline that almost caused the American alligator to become extinct in the early to mid-1900s. And in 1967, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service placed the American alligator on the endangered species list. Louisiana played a large role in helping to restore Mississippi's alligator population by relocating thousands of alligators in the 1970s from Rockefeller Wildlife Refuge in Louisiana and transporting them to Mississippi. September of 2005 marks the beginning of the first public water alligator hunting season. With 50 available permits over a 13-mile stretch of Pearl River north of Ross Barnett Reservoir, 30 alligators were harvested during this first season. Every year following the hunt, the alligator season opportunities seem to expand. This coming season, you're no longer put into a lottery and hoping that you're drawn for tags. Instead, tags are going to be sold on a first-come, first-served basis. The season has grown from 50 available permits in 2005 with 719 applications to 2014 having 30,121 applications and allowing for 920 permits. There are 7 available permit locations to choose from in the 2015 alligator hunting season. 100 permits will be available for Northwest Mississippi, 150 for Northeast Mississippi, West Central, Southwest, South Central, and Southeast, and only 70 for the Pearl River Ross Barnett hunting zone. Alligator hunting season is best after the sun goes down, when the alligator is most active and in most cases will last until the early morning hours. One of the hunting seasons with Will Tucker and his crew, we spent the weekend on the Pascagoula River, where he had 2 tags to fill before he and his crew headed back to the West Central zone to fill their remaining tags. We arrived at the boat ramp just before sunset that Friday and came back in Saturday morning, just long enough for a shower and a nap, before heading back out that Saturday afternoon for another all-nighter on the river. On this alligator hunt, Will's crew consisted of himself, his close friend Jonathan Huddleston, and his dad, Richard Tucker. Oh, we just went under.
Can you see him with your camera?
Just the bubbles. I don't see him though. There's a lot of crawling around the boat, trying to get the best possible shot, while keeping in mind that this is a wild animal you're trying to crawl up to and stick a camera in front of his face that has the ability to use his tail as a propeller that enables him to reach heights equal to their body length to jump out of the water. Once you hook up the alligator, everybody's yelling at everybody else to grab something, hooks and things that they're asking for, like a snatching hook.
Oh, give me a snatching hook, Amanda.
This?
Yeah. How in the world we get 2 legs?
Need the hook end of it. Find the hook end of it.
At the time, I had no idea which hook that was, and my only concern was really shooting the episode and not missing any of the shots for the alligator coming up out of the water. But that was my first alligator hunt. Since then, I've become very comfortable getting the shots while holding a spotlight on the alligator, and now I'm familiar with what a snatching hook
I
is.
thought that's what you had in it.
Oh, mine just came out.
So y'all have 1 or 2 in them right now?
2 hooks.
Once they hook up with the alligator, the hunters all stand kind of close together because their lines are all hooked on the same object. So if you don't want to miss your shot, you just have to squeeze yourself in there wherever you can, or you're not going to get the shot you want. With only 2 locator lines barely in the alligator, Will tries to secure more lines by throwing treble hooks and a snatching hook. With the bigger hook and more lines, once the alligator death rolls, the lines will wrap around him and capture will be inevitable. The goal is to keep the alligator close to the boat but off of the riverbed so that he will burn more energy while trying to swim away and pulling a boat behind him. In most cases, within 45 minutes to an hour, a big alligator has used up all of his energy, making him less aggressive and easier to dispatch, less likely to have enough energy to kill whatever has him hung.
Came on. You get him?
Yeah.
Once the snatching hook is secured, they can begin trying to pull the alligator in.
All right, this time he's coming up. I got it in the damn thumbnail. He's got
There's his tail, he's right up at the top.
Here he comes. Pop's got his right foot and his twist wrapped him around. See?
I think he's coming. He's coming. Here we go.
Going back.
Yeah, let me.
God.
Tell you what, this thing is tough and wily coyote, ain't he?
This reel's not reeling in.
It's not.
No, I'm
I
having
may
to
have
hold
to
the screen.
drag.
I'm having to. Like, yeah, I'm taking a break. This is alligator fishing on the Pascagoula River.
In a deep voice. Pick him up, guys. Pick him up, pick him up.
Make sure everybody's free and clear of this one. Oh! The winch just broke. The line off the winch broke.
All right.
This type of episode is called live to tape, where there's no yelling cut. The alligator's not going to stop and wait for you to get your stuff together or change out your camera battery. It's not scripted. Anything that happens, happens, and you just have to roll with it. Mistakes happen, and you just hope that the mistakes and the mishaps don't cost you the shot and can be edited out when they happen.
Hang on to him for a minute.
What's wrong? You still got the 16s? Those are the ones we bought?
I'm glad you caught that sound. We all be there.
Yep. All right, y'all ready? Here it goes.
There he is.
We pulled into the gas station after this hunt to get some ice. We had to put ice on the alligator. And it's funny to watch people's expressions and the shock on their face whenever they see an alligator lying in the bed of a truck.
There's no way.
You ever touch one? Touch it, just see how hard they are. Look at when we do it.
Are his eyeballs closed or open?
He's just asleep. Don't talk so loud.
Hey, all right.
As I mentioned at the beginning of the program, today most of us appreciate how fragile the environment can be and the importance of preserving this natural treasure. One corporate citizen, Mississippi Power, clearly appreciates this.
I'm Johnny Atherton with Mississippi Power Company. I have the fortune to lead our corporate services and community relations team. And one of those corporate services is environmental affairs. We believe very, very strongly at Southern Company, at Mississippi Power Company, to be a citizen wherever we serve. And one of the focus areas within that citizenship arena is the environment. And so today is just another cleanup in a series of cleanups to really enhance our resources and to leave a legacy, if you will, to those generations that follow ours.
As Johnny said recently, we are tremendously blessed in South Mississippi with beautiful waterways that I continue to enjoy with my family and friends. The fishing and recreational boating available to us should not be taken for granted. And this concern goes all the way to the top of the company.
I'm Ed Holland, President and CEO of Mississippi Power Company. I grew up on the coast, on the Gulf Coast. My father was a charter boat captain. Just time after time back then, and that was a long time ago, but you would go out and you would see bags of trash floating, see monofilament line being thrown out by fishermen, things like that. Thankfully, I think we've come a long way, certainly in the South, in terms of our efforts to keep our waterways, rivers, bays, the Gulf clean, but it still happens, and that's why we continue to do this. But
Mississippi Power is not just talking about it, they're actively involved. They're working hard to help make our region more attractive for visitors and those who call South Mississippi home. One place where they are making a difference is on the Pascagoula River, where each year hundreds of Renew Our Rivers volunteers remove a whole lot of trash. We had 115 or more people here. Individually, just me personally, I'm very proud of what we're doing here. We've been involved at Mississippi Power in the Renew Our Rivers campaign for 9 years now. We started in 2005. Over that period of time, we picked up, we think we'll top the 300-ton mark with this effort today. That's a lot of trash that our employees have picked up. They do it across our service territory. They do it from the coast all the way up to Meridian, to Hattiesburg, every part of our service territory. We have participation. We'll probably have upwards of 500 or more of our employees involved in this effort over the year. I enjoy being out. There's nothing that I enjoy more than being out with our employees, participating with them actively in whatever they're doing, whether it's in the power plant or on a line crew or wherever it might be. But to be out there with them today as we're going to the islands and the shore to pick up trash, we had a great time. Last year, they removed 14 tons of debris from local waterways, bringing the total amount of trash removed in the first 9 years of these cleanups to 291 tons.
My name is Captain Kathy Wilkinson, and I own and operate Eco Tours of South Mississippi. Renew Our Rivers is an excellent program that it just shows how big corporations can be good stewards.
It's a bigger beer bottle there.
Mississippi Power spends a lot of resources helping to clean up the Pascagoula River. Unfortunately, the effort is continuing. There's never a shortage of trash. what goes on upstream affects us down here. So when the river floods and washes things out of the woods, then they end up in our river here and in our marsh. It's hard to take tourists out on the river and show them this pristine waterway and then go around a curve and there's a refrigerator. But we are kind of getting after 9 years of Renew Our Rivers, we're kind of getting a handle on it now. So it takes a lot of effort to keep it that way. Mississippi Power provides an excellent service by helping us with this Renew Our Rivers.
While we all wish these cleanups weren't necessary, Mississippi Power appreciates the importance of educating the public on the importance of maintaining healthy water ecosystems for things like fishing, boating, and yes, alligator hunting. We'll be right back. Back to Gulf South Outdoors. Now we shift to another area that Mississippi Power has targeted for renewal, Gulfport Lake. PJ Wiley is one volunteer who appreciates the importance of keeping our waterways clean.
I grew up in Biloxi and seeing trash out in our back bay and out on our waterways. It's just, you know, it's the last thing that we want to see. We love being out on the water and we want to take care of it, you know. So it's great that the power company gives us an opportunity to come out here today and do that. It's another one of those opportunities that just makes you feel good, but it's keeping our coast clean, you know. The reason I want to live down here is because of this water, and it's just beautiful down here. So any opportunity we can do to make it better, it's a no-brainer. I've been going 2 years now, and it seems like they do a better job every year, but still finding a bunch of trash out there, stuff you can tell has been laying around since Katrina.
Initially, Hurricane Katrina provided plenty of opportunities for debris removal, but Katrina-related debris areas are becoming fewer and fewer. So now the focus is shifting to areas of the Mississippi Power Service territory that stakeholders and volunteers have identified as needing assistance. I personally enjoy the outdoors and find it exciting that each year Mississippi Power steps up to clean up our waterways. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Gulf South Outdoors. Well, as you've seen, the Renew Our Rivers program is removing mountains of trash from our waterways. But what does this really mean?
Thankfully, I think we've come a long way, certainly in the South, in terms of our efforts to keep our waterways, rivers, bays, the Gulf clean, but it still happens, and that's why we continue to do this.
It's really, really important that we as a generation leave this resource to next generations. It's about leaving this place to our children and our grandchildren in as good a shape as it was left to us many years ago.
So Renew Our Rivers means that all of us can continue to enjoy our natural treasures without unsightly trash and debris. It means that visitors to our areas can share the same experience. It means that the environment for wildlife remains healthy and that our future generations have the same opportunities we enjoy today. Well, I hope you enjoyed Gulf South Outdoors today and the chance to learn about an exciting conservation program, Renew Our Rivers. Thanks to Mississippi Power, and thanks to all of you for joining us.